Hello and welcome to the Gardens and Graveyard channel. My name is Charisma and today we're meeting in the studio and we're doing two medium large vases for the White Tara ceremony that is coming into play this evening. The Tibetan monks are still in town, and these are the last ceremonial vases or flower arrangements I'll be doing. And then tomorrow we have our benefit dinner. So my hope is that everything that we put in these vases last for tomorrow's dinner, as well as the table toppers that I'll be doing later. But these particular arrangements that I'm doing for the White Tara, I wanted them to be really lush with greenery, with sparkles of white, and that's it. I want to keep it pretty simple, but really, just really lavish, I guess. So that's why I'm using a lot of green foliage. So all of this foliage is from my garden. I stripped it and prepped the containers, and I'll just go through the plants with you here, and then we'll add the flowers together. Everything, well, that's not true. Okay, so in this container I have fern fronds, eucalyptus, and evergreen huckleberry. And the exact same thing in this container. This one is a little bit more formal with a back, and this one is informal and can be looked at from all sides. So, and then I did put a piece of birch in here just to give it a little woodland element. I wanted to share with you how I prep a fern frond for a vase, because if we put this fern in here like this with all these leaves on the bottom, the tips are going to droop real fast. So what I do is I take my frond and I put it against my vase to see how tall the vase is, and then I just pinch the fern where the top of the vase is, and then I just pull. And now that's stripped bare. I do a fresh cut on the bottom and add the frond into the vase. And that's it. That's just how simple it is. I basically do that with all of the foliage that's in these containers. We don't want any leaves below. Oh, see, this one's drooping already. The newer the frond leaf, the more sensitive they are. So I'm just not going to use that one. And the older ones that are a deep green, they hold their integrity a lot better. All right, so then I should say ferns grow in full shade here and in full sun. And the huckleberry grows in part to full shade, part sun to full shade, and the eucalyptus grows in full sun. I don't have any of these growing in my moon garden, but I could if I had more space. So I actually want to share this with you on a moon garden video, because if you have a moon garden or you're inspired to start growing a moon garden, these are all really beautiful, deep green, luscious plants that you can have. The huckleberry and the fern can be a lower layer in the more shady spots of the moon garden. And of course the eucalyptus could be a nice big tree that provides the shade for the ferns. And I love the eucalyptus because it has this nice like blue, soft color, and it has kind of like a powdery color coating to it. So it has a little bit of a different texture. It creates a little bit more drape. It's not as structured, especially the new growth. Okay, so I have two different types of plants that I actually picked up from the grocery store because I don't have these growing in my garden, and I knew the look that I was looking for. I just wanted white flowers. So these are alstomerias, and they will grow in full sun. And I'm going to put one bunch in here, or maybe half of a bunch in here, and then all the rest of them in here. And then for this container, I have white carnations. So the same goes for this. We're going to remove any leaves that look droopy or damaged. And then we're going to give it, a nice fresh cut at the length that we want it to be. And that's it. Okay. It needs to be pretty tall, so. And this one. I'm going to do this one about this length. Oops. Oops. Okay, let's. If I had room in my moon garden, I would definitely grow alstomeria. They last so long in the vase, and they stay looking beautiful and fresh, which is just such a gift for flower arranging. So when you do an arrangement that's going to be seen from all sides, just keep turning the vase as you make your arrangements, so you don't leave any pockets of empty space. And you could also remove any flowers that are broken or damaged or looking brown. Right, so this one is done, and it just looks so fun and beautiful. Let's move over to this one. This one I did create a frog with Scotch tape. So what I did is I just put a piece of tape one lengthways and two across the other way, so that it creates sort of a grid, so I can help the plants sort of stay in their slots and spaces. So then I have white carnations. I have a small red carnation in my garden. Really need to add more carnations. They're my favorite smell in the flower world. Okay, so these are going to be the next layer down. So one's broken. Okay, so then what I did is just added a layer that's just slightly shorter than the alstroemeria. And then I'll put the next layer down from there. Okay, so there's that. And I also picked up these white glittery picks, and I would like to just kind of give this one, this formal one, just a little bit of sparkle. So I'm going to kind of play around with that and see how that might work. You can cut these off and separate them out even more, but because the stems are so short, I'm not going to do that in this particular case. I think I'm going to do is steal one alstroemeria from over here somewhere. Maybe find one. Maybe this one. Okay. Okay. There we go. Beautiful. I think I'll just put these on my altar since they're broken, and I'll get to enjoy them. Maybe I'll float them or something. All right, so that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope that you're celebrating your life. These are going to the White Tara ceremony. White Tara means Great Mother, and she is the deity that the Tibetan monks aspire to connect with when they need that mothering, compassionate love. She is said to care for all beings as a mother, where she embraces all beings, including human beings, into her heart. I think it's really beautiful. I can't wait to experience this ceremony, to experience the divine feminine from the Tibetan monks. I think that's a really interesting thing that we get to be blessed with. And I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope that they enjoy these. And I know that I certainly am. I think they're really beautiful. So again, thank you so much for watching this. I hope you're enjoying your life, you're celebrating every day, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.